What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today for another Marvel Rivals video. I am very excited to talk about this one. This video idea actually came from within the Discord channel. Actually, somebody shared something today. I'll get into it in just a moment, but somebody shared something and I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to do a video about this. This is such an amazing idea. What I wanted to show you on this page real quick before we hop into one of my world famous slideshows about Marvel Rivals, I wanted to just note in competitive here for 2.5, my matches played and my wins. I have improved my win to loss ratio in competitive by about 10%. Now, I think when I look back on some of the videos I made, maybe like a month ago or like 3 weeks ago, let's say, it was around more or less around like a 35, 36, 34% win to loss ratio, which is pretty bad. Granted, I am playing in solo queue and I was still, in a way kind of new to this game, definitely new to this type of game. But when I started putting things into practice that like I was talking about and I was noticing, and then also taking advice from somebody who did a VOD review for me, I've bumped that up by 10%. My goal was to hit a 50% win to loss ratio to improve that much by the end of the season. It's coming here pretty quickly. And honestly, right now, I'm thinking I'm probably going to end up sitting in Grandmaster 3. I don't know how much I'll push rank. Maybe one of these days I'll just get some motivation and I'll want to do it, but I'm focusing on using my time, well, when I do have time, to play this game right now a little bit differently than focusing on rank. So I'm going to elaborate on that a little bit here and reveal this video concept to you in just a second. But really quickly, before we do so, if you have not subscribed yet, please take a moment to do so. It's free to subscribe to the channel. I'm just going to keep covering this game as much as I possibly can. There's so much to talk about, so much improvement I can make, and I just want to continue to share that journey with you guys and give you tips and pointers to help you improve as well. So with that being said, let's hop right into the video. This video is going to be about my Marvel Rivals resume. It's time for me, and maybe more people, if you want to think about it this way, to look at what you are bringing to the table here and present yourself like as a teammate, almost as if you're applying for a job. I think this is a really powerful way to look at what skills you bring to the table and help analyze, internally where you're lacking, how you can improve, and really just kind of like zoom out, look through a new lens at the heroes and the skill set that you can bring to the table based on what roles you can play. And like I said, just kind of see where you're lacking. Like I mentioned before, this thought and this idea came to me from this screenshot getting posted in my Discord channel. This was just so cool to see today. And it was just like this instant spark of like motivation where I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to make my video about today. This idea came from Thylog and Matt. Thank you guys so much for this. Thylog put his in today and credited Matt for the concept before. I must have missed that post. I didn't see it, but seeing this today, I was just like, wow, this is so cool. Like the real like nerd within me was like, this is really sweet. I blurred out his like gamer tag and stuff. If you're wondering what that is up there, I just don't want you guys blowing him up in Marvel Rivals because he's got such a strong list of heroes here. But this is just a really good way for you to look at your proficiency, your flex potential, and your hero knowledge. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I feel a little embarrassed sharing mine with you because I kind of felt like I could flex, and like seeing this list, I simplified mine a little bit more, but seeing this list, I was like, oh, I wonder what mine's gonna look like. And to be honest with you, it's a little embarrassing. This is what I'm looking at. I dropped it down to just 4 columns here, and this is just heroes only, right? I didn't include like some of the statistics and stuff like he included on his, but I've got confident, comfortable, familiar, and don't play. Now, don't play, really, like these are the heroes that either I haven't played with them at all, which is some of them. I haven't played a single game as some of them, but it's more or less just like, I really like, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you how I could even perform as this person. I have no confidence, no comfortability, not even what I would consider to be a familiarity with these heroes. Like I've played some games as Ultron, let's say. I've played some games as Mantis. I've played some games as Thor, Hawkeye, Atom. But like, I would not pick them in a competitive game, right? So it's more kind of like that route. Like someone's like, oh, can you play this? We're in a competitive match right now. We need this for a counter. Can you play this? My answer is no. That's that list for me. Familiar, these would be people that I've played, some games with, and like, Iron Fist is in there. I've never played him in an actual competitive or even a quick play, but I have played around with him quite a bit in the practice mode. So I would say that I'm familiar with him because of that. Venom was my first main when I started playing the game. He was really the kind of who I played the most. I haven't touched him since. Same thing with Captain America. After Venom, I went to Captain America. Haven't really touched him since. So what's really like disturbing to me when I look at this is I'm only confident with 4 heroes and I'm only comfortable with 4. And I was brutally honest with myself. I gave myself no grace here whatsoever. There was no part of me that was just like, ooh, let me slide this person up here so I can fill this out. No. This is like full honesty. This is about as brutally honest as I could be with myself as far as like my resume would be concerned. Granted, having someone familiar, it doesn't mean that I'm not good with them. I can do just fine with Hella, but I wouldn't say I'm comfortable. I can do just fine with Penny as well, but I wouldn't say that I'm comfortable. I'm not willing to put Strange in comfortable, even though I have been playing with him more recently. And the reason that I'm going to say that is, and I have no problem saying this, I'm just not very comfortable with the tank role, with the true tank role. I'm not good with my positioning. I'm not good at reading the fight from the front line. I'm phenomenal at it from the back line, playing duelist or playing strategist. I'm very good at reading the fight, but you have a much larger picture of it, right? When you're playing tank, you don't. And I'm not good at recognizing things yet. I'm just not practiced in that role. So I didn't feel comfortable putting Doctor Strange in the comfortable row. So like I said, I tried to be like as honest with myself as I could be, because circumstantially I would say that I could put more of them up into comfortable and I could kind of round out my resume here a little bit. But I want to be hard on myself, because that's how I'm going to really like acknowledge who I can spend more time with, right? If I put Penny up there, then I might, mentally feel like I don't need to spend too much time on her. I'm comfortable with her, right? But no, there's a lot of work that has to be done. So I would say proficiency wise, this would be a strong suit of mine. The heroes that I'm confident and comfortable with, I'm quite good with. Truthfully, I am. I would play all 8 of these in competitive. Without a question. If somebody asked and we needed the swap, I could do it. My hero knowledge, I would say, definitely needs to improve. There is something to be said to being comfortable and at least familiar with the majority of the heroes in the game, because then you're well versed in the kits. You know what to expect. You're better at figuring out when to approach and when to back off, right? And then flex potential, man, I'll be honest with you. I guess I can't. I guess I can't flex. At a truly high level. And the reason that I say that is because something that you'll notice is missing here from confident and comfortable is a lot of the meta heroes right now. And that's not a good thing. It really is not. So I feel like my flex potential is honestly pretty weak at the moment. So what now? What are the things that I need to think about, start doing, and acknowledge? This is all that I can take away from putting that together is to look at it and say, okay, what now? Well, I would say the first thing that I really need to acknowledge myself here is just that I'm falling short. Acknowledging this is really important, because as soon as you can accept the fact that you can improve and you can be better, that's when you can actually begin to improve. My variety, my pool of heroes, as far as confident and comfortable go, is far too small. I need to change that. I need to force myself to expand my comfort level with more heroes. I need to work on my flex potential. My lack of variety seriously limits my overall potential in the game. I'm gonna turn my camera back on when I say this here. My ability to counter other team comps is quite limited. I'm gonna be honest. I can think back of on very recent games where I recognize that a certain hero is needed to change the outcome, or at least change the current situation of the game. Very specifically, I will often make the call in game and ask people hey, can anybody swap to Strange? Can anybody play Magneto? We need shields. We need more objective presence. But I can't play those heroes. It kind of makes me feel a little bad, if I'm being honest with you. Looking back on these games and being hey, we need a Strange, and they can't do it, but hey, I can't either. This is something that I really have to change. And if you find yourself doing this as well, you find yourself saying oh, we need this hero, think to yourself if you can be that hero. And if you can't, this is an opportunity for you to actually take a step back, hop in quick play, and start practicing with that hero, so you can now bring that to the table. And then meta heroes. I talked about this on the slide when I was showing you guys my resume. I don't really play any of them at the current moment. I lack confidence with a lot of the pivotal heroes in the game right now. This is a serious problem. For real, I don't want to be selling myself short here, for the entirety of this game. I've talked many times. I have talked many times on what heroes are the meta and who we should be prioritizing and who we should be playing. And I have a familiarity with some of them and I have an understanding with them, but I haven't gotten it to the point of true confidence where I'm going to show them at the start of a competitive match, or I'm going to work to flex Magneto and Strange and Emma, or I'm going to, bring Bucky to the table here, or I'm going to play, as Luna. I don't have that confidence yet. I really need to be spending time on them. Now, look, you don't have to know how to play everyone, okay? You've got 5 other people on your team. They need to be able to flex as well. But there are just certain heroes for certain roles, if you enjoy playing that role, that you should be very comfortable with. I should be very comfortable with. There's no reason for me to not have a strong understanding of some of these heroes. With the tank role, for me, it's a little bit tough. I don't play it very often, and I'll be honest, I'm not that great with the positioning. It's hard for me to read the current fight situation and understand what's happening without comms as a tank. Like, that's something that I've really noticed now, because I have played as Strange, I have played some rounds as Penny, and even Magneto a little bit. Without comms as a tank, it's hard. You don't know when to start backing up, really, and you also don't know when your back line is having issues, because you can't always turn around. You're constantly being berated, so it's definitely a role I got to spend a little bit more time on. So with all that being said, this is what I want my resume to look like. I think that this is a really, really strong setup here, and I wish it looked like this right now. I really do, but I've got work to do. I've got time that I need to invest into this when, maybe I would rather be playing competitive or just trying to rank up. I need to take that step back and say, no, let's get prepared for season 3. It's coming up very soon, and all other seasons ahead, right? I need to practice up with these other heroes and make sure that I'm really bringing something to the table that's extremely helpful. Like, I've only played like 1 or 2 games as Cloak. That's insane. She's pumping out some of like the craziest healing numbers. Like, she's constantly been in the Marvel Rivals tournament putting up massive healing numbers. She's an incredible strategist, and I simply just don't play as her. I got to change that. I really got to make like a serious change at how I'm playing this game and who I'm prioritizing. And quick play is the way to do that. It's hard. I feel like it's a little bit harder to play quick play solo queue, because you really just don't know what you're going to get in there. So it's a little bit easier for me to just play competitive, because then at least I know that I've got people that to a degree are going to know what they're doing, and it's going to be a better match. Quick plays can just be throwaways sometimes. You can just get walked over. So I don't know. I think it's the time to start really putting, time into more quick play and just toughing it out with some of these heroes so that I can get better with them. Then I can bring them into competitive and then really practice with them. I would say right now, Vanguards, I feel like need to be my priority. I need to learn how to play Magneto, and I need to learn how to play Strange as well. And I would recommend that you guys do the same too. They are just huge right now. They are big difference makers. None of this is in order either. None of this is any sort of priority order or anything like that. Duelist for me right now is secondary. I want to spend some time on Bucky. I want to spend some time on Wolverine. I think that that's going to be really, really important for me, and a little bit more time on Mr. Fantastic. I had him in comfortable before. I want to get him to confident. He's a great hero. Strategist now, that's going to be my lowest priority. I am very good with these two, like very good. It's very hard for the enemy to take me down. I do super well with Rocket's ults and the timings and making sure I've got the beacon ready, and I'm always moving the beacon forward. I'm also very good at the team up with Penny as well as Rocket, moving my beacon around and putting my beacon in the flank areas for just enough time to get the mines out, and then I move the beacon around. I'm pretty crafty with him, okay? So like I can do good work. I know people have problems with these two. I don't know why. They're great. It's whatever. I guess if you have a problem with them, that's fine. I'm going to keep playing them because I'm pumping out the heals with them. But I need to work on Inviswoman a little bit more. I like her kit a lot. And then I would say I would probably put my next focus on Cloak. But I moved some of them down here as well. You remember these two were in Familiar before. I just don't intend to play with them going forward. I do want to play as Namor. I don't think that he's that good right now. I really don't. But I'm going to be honest with you. There's a part of me that really just wants to drop the whale on people. So I'm going to play with him a little bit because I just think that would be funny and maybe make for some good content. So why is this all important? Look, I believe in visualization. Clearly, that's why I make these slideshows and honestly why I have so much fun doing it. But it helps me. I'm the kind of person where the way that I really learn or the way that I really have information sink in is by reading it and by writing it or typing it. It's something that I learned when I was going to university. I would retain information so much better if while I was listening, I would type it out as well. When I was in class in university, I would actually listen to lectures and make my own slideshows. Like, truthfully, I did this because then it would just almost get locked in my brain because I'm hearing it and I'm writing it And then I'm also reading it at the same time. Like this is 3 forms of this information coming into my brain, right? It works for me. I don't know if it works for you guys, but it definitely works for me. And this helps me to like really keep my mind right while I'm playing because that information just stays in there, right? This is an opportunity for you to zoom out and see this through a new lens. This is why I feel like there's really great value in like making this resume, even if it's just for yourself. There's honestly nothing more important than being able to flex in this game. So when you realize that you can't, like I guess like I kind of just did when I made this, it's really opening the door to improvement. Being really good with just one hero is not enough. If your resume does not look rounded out, you got to start working on some other heroes. The hard truth here, and this is just a fact, it's just a fact. If you are not confident with a minimum of 2 heroes from each role, you're very much limiting your potential. It's amazing to me how many one tricks I find in Grandmaster 3. How did you get there? How did you get there with no ability to flex? Spider-Man gets banned and now you just throw? It's baffling. It's absolutely insane to me. Now, I understand maybe some people don't want to play specific roles, or you just don't like a specific role. I'm not good at tank. I'm not. I'm really not. I have a lot to learn for that role and a lot of ground to cover, but I can play, at least comfortably a few from strategist and duelist. So I've got that I can bring to the table. I'm lacking in the tank game, but like I said, I'm going to learn it. I'm going to take the time to do it. I want to be able to flex every role, but you don't have to learn how to play every hero or how to fill every situation. You've got 5 other people on your team, right? So there is a little bit of grace there, but I think we all need to like definitely try to work on this a little bit. So that being said, I just want to touch on something else I've said in a previous video here. Swapping heroes is an asset. I see this all the time when I play in competitive. Someone is asked to swap and they get upset about it. Honestly, it's a blessing that the hero you pick isn't who you're stuck with for the whole game. You have the ability to get out of a countered situation. You have the ability to counter a situation. Changing is a good thing. It's like an additional skill. It's the real ultimate in this game. Like honestly, we all need to start looking at it that way. If someone on your team is asking you to swap, don't be defensive about it. Swap. You should be able to swap. You should have already recognized that what you're doing is not working. This is a really, really important thing to be thinking about. Too many people let their ego get in the way. I think too many people think that being really, really good with one hero is enough. It's not. You need to be able to swap, and you need to be willing to swap and ready to swap. You need to be paying attention to the game at hand and realize when you die, okay, I'm hard countered here. I need to change, and then just make that change. So my challenge here to you, if it's not already obvious, follow my lead. Expand your hero pool so that you can flex better. Practice with new heroes. This is a great time to do it. Season's about to end. Put a little bit less weight on trying to rank up right now and spend some time just learning to flex so you can really hit the ground running when season 3 comes out. Make your own resume. You can go to tiermaker.com and just search for Marvel Rivals, and you can make your own list like this. It's very easy to do, and it doesn't take hardly any time at all. So do it. It's a great visualization for you. Also, join my Discord. The idea for this video came from people in my Discord. That's a great testament to what we've got going on over there. There's a lot of really cool people, knowledgeable people, helpful people. We're also, playing games as a community. We're running quick play, and some people are doing competitive games as well. It's a really cool space. I definitely recommend joining it. And then finally, share this video with a friend. If you think that somebody else would benefit from hearing this, I know a lot of you play with your buddies, and maybe just hearing something like this, seeing something like this will make them a better player as well, right? We can all help each other to improve. As always, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in for another video like this. I really appreciate you taking some time out of your day to come hang out with me. Please take a moment to comment, like, and subscribe, and also turn on post notifications. You can do that and it will let you know every time I post a new video. Right now, I'm trying to post a video every other day. The day in between is when I record it, but I'm trying to stay on track with that. Every other day a video goes up, and I always post at 10:30. Thank you guys so much for the support. I'm having a blast with this. I hope to see you in the Discord. I hope this video helps you. Stay tuned for the next one. I appreciate you guys so much. Cheers.